The place, Snell Engineering Center, Northeastern University. The time, fall 2014. In the fall of 2014, every engineering student who was taking thermodynamics had a test. All the students, all the professors met up to take this test. All the professors weren't taking it, you know what I mean. Except there was a fraud among them. One student, one marketing student, went under the alias of Dwayne Johnson to take this test. And I am here to say 11 years later that I was that fraud. I was Dwayne Johnson. Now, why did I decide to do this? I don't know. We were at like our Tuesday lift for the cross-country team, and a bunch of people were gonna miss our Thursday lift because they had a test. It was like midterms or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I have a test too. Wasn't trying to get out of lift. I actually liked it because our strength and conditioning coach, Justin, even though we were weak distance runners, he cared about us and like took the time to like teach us. That wasn't always the case. But yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I have a test too. And my roommate Connor was an engineering student. He had the test in thermodynamics. I was like, I'll just go to his test. So I sat on the couch in our living room and I just tried to learn about thermodynamics. There was a 30-minute YouTube video. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched enough. And I was like, all right, let's do this. So I got there, this big, like, not necessarily an auditorium, but like long rows of seats. And somehow I ended up on the end, which I did not like, because then the professors could see what I was writing. I was also disappointed that there were no multiple choice questions. It was just 3 problems. The problem, and then a bunch of blank space. So we had a formula sheet, and I just utilized those and like tried to plug and play sort of thing. And I wrote out every value just so I could have stuff written out that it looked somewhat, not necessarily that I knew what I was doing, but you know, there was just stuff on the paper. So like Johnny has 8 apples. Apples equals 8. Obviously that wasn't what it was, but you know what I mean. And yeah, so I just did that for every problem. And what was funny is they had like a meeting about me because I asked to go to the bathroom. They had like a huddle, and I wanted to be like, guys, I'm not even an engineering student. Just let me go to the bathroom. But yeah, they eventually did let me go. But it was a very interesting experience. I sort of felt like I had pulled off a heist or something as I was walking out. But yeah, allegedly the worst score was 22. And they did say in one of the classes, one of the professors said, is Dwayne Johnson here? I was very disappointed that no one took the paper, but then they would have been, what's the word? Not associate, what's the word in like a crime? I don't know. But yeah, so I would hope that I got the 22, or that person did not become an engineer, or they really got their act together. But yeah, that was me. I was Dwayne Johnson, the engineering fraud. Oh, and I ended the final question as small as I possibly could. I wrote, if you smell what the rock is cooking. And that's that.
If you smell what the rock is cooking, I can't believe it!
I should add, our Captain Lemon Dog called me right as I was sitting down to take the test, and he just said, if you're missing a lift to take a test you don't even have to take. But then I didn't get in trouble. I think he found it funny afterward. But yeah, he was not thrilled.